So Heller, the Falls Church, Virginia native, tosses it in, headed away by Pierce, the goal scorer in the first half for Sacred Heart. With this Hearsay back in the game at the top for Siena. As the Pioneers are going to be able to clear this one out. It's up over the top to Segundo Navarro. Chases it down, guarded by Pacheco. As they'll go one-on-one. Navarro looking for some space as Pacheco gets his foot in there and tosses it away. So it'll be a throw-in. For Sacred Heart. And as we mentioned, 18 returners for this Siena Saints team as it comes in the box. Headed up. Out by Pacheco, but a shot in wide left. It was Racanes, the first-year midfielder. Wide left. But as we mentioned, 18 returning letter winners for this Siena team. 10 scorers from last season. Top each back after notching 3 points apiece last year. Greg Monroe in his senior season has started all 3 previous seasons. So back in net for his 4th. Already with the 4th most matches started by a goalkeeper in program history. He's at 51 for that number. And the 3rd most minutes played. He's already eclipsed 4,600 of those. So a veteran in the back with some newcomers in front of him. As Heller plays the body, gets it out of bounds. Now Heller looks forward. He tries to play up the wing. Hearsay was on the run. Sintel now throwing a little further up. Heller plays towards Gardner. Back to the touchline. Cleared away by Sacred Heart. It's Lagamba. He boots it up, and they'll get a call. Dangerous play at the midfield. So this will be a free kick for Sacred Heart. If you look in season openers all time, Siena 8-29-8. So looking for their 9th opening win as Winkleman knocks away the cross. Just played midfield. Step through, but it's headed down. This one almost beats Monroe. As Person was the one who had the opportunity. Couldn't spin quick enough to try to find the net. So almost an unforced error there by Siena. Monroe plays it out. It's now Winkleman from the center. The center back. Looking to quarterback this one out. It's now Freyson. Looks to the touchline to Heller. Missed the pass. There's now Pierce. Didn't see Freyson coming through. He took it away. Now the Saints in control on the offensive end. Lagamba switches the field over. Starodagard. This is Frederick. The goal scorer in the first half. Lost it. The Pioneers now on a run. Arcanes finally cut up to by Will Gardner. Knocks it away for the moment, but picked up by Grady Kozak. He now leaves it for Castrillo. Knocked away by Siena. Now Gardner had some space for the moment, but great defensive play by Pierce. So Sacred Heart will slow it down and set things up. Lucas Miguel Castrillo switches the field. Spacage almost had a little too much of a touch there. Almost lost it, but now it's played forward. There's a great defensive play over there by Jesper Schone Vogtegen. It actually went off a Sacred Heart, so he'll throw it in for Siena. Deep in the defensive zone. And they're going to say this one went out, so now Sacred Heart will get a chance to toss this one in. As now Sacred Heart in the offensive zone. Picked to finish 9th out of 10 in the Northeast Conference after their 1-6 season in the spring. This one crossed in, headed down. Pacheco got a foot on it as the Saints look to break it out. As now the step in the back by Bacage, but it's in the box. Dangerous ball, and it's cleared away by Siena for the moment. Hearsay finds Lagamba. Looks to switch the field. He will. This one over for Cole Hellert to Jacob Pacheco. As the Saints look to make some moves. Now it's Winkleman to start it from the center. Seems to be one of the main plays for Siena so far as he'll play to Monroe. Monroe to the touchline for Pacheco. Back in the center for Winkleman. Plays up to Lagamba. Back to Winkleman. As he'll look for some pressure to finally see if somebody gets open. He'll play forward now. Freyson back to Winkleman. Now they'll play forward for Jacob Rochege Jensen. Now to Gardner. Gardner finds Hellert. He stayed on line. Had to try to stop it from going out of bounds. Touched out of bounds now off the sideline by Sacred Heart. So Hellert with the hustle, able to keep it in possession. Runs towards Hearsay. He'll get there. Touch back to Hellert. Hellert gets it over with the right foot towards the net. Snagged by Justin Siegel. As Siegel now rolls it out, as we mentioned, Joe Barroso in his 24th year with the Sacred Heart Pioneers. We said 1-6 last season. Their lone win coming in their season finale over Central Connecticut State. As Lucas Miguel Castrillo, their notable returning midfielder, as he earned second-team All-NEC honors last season, the only Pioneer to do so. As the Saints back the other way. As Freyerson there, that was almost a good tackle there from Albion Bacage. But we'll call a foul on Sacred Heart. So this will be a free kick from Siena, or for Siena, I should say. So far, Siena with some success off of this so far today. Not quite a goal, but they almost had a goal. As it'll be Jensen taking it again as it swings in. Headed down by Sacred Heart for the moment. Cleared away. So a throw in here for Siena. Heller will take it. Down for Hearsay. Back to Heller. Played in, but knocked away by the Pioneers. Going back the other way. Pacheco. Good step. Lagamba. Over for Vogt again. Now to Jensen. Played up for Starodegard. And this one launched out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for Sacred Heart. As we approach the 32-minute remaining mark. About 13 minutes into this first half, or excuse me, the second half. At Hickey Field. Siegel will play it out. Muruargan. Is sent away out of bounds by Lucas Miguel Castrello. They're on for Siena. They will control from the back. This has been somewhat of a slow start to the second half. Both teams looking for some space as the Saints hold the 2-1 lead. So the Saints in no rush. The clock is their friend at this point. But Sacred Heart not yet showing any urgency. And, hey, they don't have to, but the Saints now on the run. This one will come out to Heller with some space. He'll go one-on-one. Goes to his right. Approaches the top of the 18. As it's Gardner with the shot, it's blocked. Back out to Freyson. As now the Pioneers look to come the other way. But the pass a little offline. Winkleman will play over to Vogt again. Out for Jensen. As he plays with the left foot, tries to go over the top for Freyson, but a little too far as Siegel read it. As we mentioned, Siena in the spring, a 2-5-1 mark. It's obviously the first time that the Saints have ever played in the spring season. Obviously now playing in the traditional fall season here to start the 2021-22 school year. Students not yet on campus, though, for Siena. Will be coming shortly on the Tuesday after Labor Day. The Saints in control. Freyson tried to get around. Tackled away by Bakaj. As we have a whistle stop. And a stoppage in play as we are now under the 30-minute mark, which now brings our first hydration break of the second half. So with that, we'll be back here on Siena All Access.
Also entering for Sacred Heart, number 15, Nathan Hughes.
And we're back here on Siena All Access. Brett Mosley here on the call for you as the Siena College Saints take on the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Just under the 30-minute mark remaining here in the game out of the hydration break on this humid day in Loudonville. So the first stoppage of play under the 30-minute mark and another stoppage under the 20-minute mark. We'll be stopping for some H2O for both sides. At Sacred Heart with a few substitutions. There was also a substitution at the break. The depth and bench presence for both sides been big so far today, especially in the first half. On this humid day, as it's the Pioneers. Looking to break out. Good stop by Pacheco, though. As it's now Hellert going back and forth with Segundo Navarro. Navarro called for the foul. Free kick. As Lagumba plays over to the far side. That's Jesper Shone Vatigan. As his pass picked off, and here comes Sacred Heart. As a shot blocked from Lucas Miguel Castrillo. But he plays down, and now comes near side. It's Rob Taylor, the fourth. Sends it back as Nicholas Kirby. As he loses it, Siena now back in control. Zach Gardner plays back for Henrik Winkelmann. Vogt again. Winkelmann and Pacheco, your three defenders in deep. With your three midfielders, Gardner, Lagamba, and here on the near side, Hellert. And as the Saints looking for an opening, keep in possession, as I mentioned. Clock currently their friend, so they're going to wait for pressure from Sacred Heart. No rush to get it up the field as it goes to Vogt again. Plays in the middle for Jensen as he turns. Looks to get it through for Hearsay. Couldn't find the space. As the Pioneers come the other way. Navarro on the run. Going to look for a through pass here. Can't find it, but he goes to the wing instead. And it's played out by Jensen as he knocks it off the foot of Grady Kozak on the far side. Couldn't keep it in, though. So Sacred Heart will throw it in. Will Pierce plays it ahead forward for Kirby. Pump forward just over the head of Fredericks Storodagard. So that glance up and out of bounds will be a Sacred Heart throw in. Pearson will throw it in. Looks short for Drew David. Storodagard was there for the defense, so they'll just toss it in the box here. Headed down. Lagumba got a foot on it to knock it away. Taylor with the header as Siena looks to break it out. But a great hustle by Taylor. He heads it down. It's on the ground. He's on the run now up the wing. Him and Pacheco will go head-to-head. As Pacheco knocks it away, and here comes Siena. Oh, for Freyerson. Got loose. Tried to get it over to Belai Hearsay. Just missed the connection. So Siegel will play it short to his defender. Pierce, near sideline. Back to Pierce. There's Murargan with some space over on the side. Plays out to Drew David. Chipped in, chested down. He's on the run. A big touch. Crossed over. Was looking right there. Number 14, Olafur Freyson. Just not enough pace on it. Knocked away. As well as a stoppage in play. Looks like we got a muscle cramp at the midfield from Lucas Miguel Castrello. So we got 24-34 remaining here in the second half. 2-1 Siena lead. As they'll take him off the field for the moment. So Miguel Castrello comes out.
Siena number 7, Junior Kone, replacing number 11, Bilal Hersey.
So Junior Kone comes in for Hersey. And we also got a number 7 substitution. So Eduardo Costa comes back in. He'll take the spot of Castrello. So here we go. Sacred Heart able to get control, but Lagamba there for the defense. Pass back to Winkleman. Now played back to Greg Monroe. Back to Winkleman. As Sacred Heart not yet putting a ton of pressure on the Siena defense. There's Navarro there at the top. Along with Nathan Hughes also in the game for Sacred Heart. At the top. As they run two sort of pseudo forwards. As Grady Kozak sort of running around as well. As a midfielder forward. As Murargan gives it a boot. It's sent down. And now here's Taylor. Right side. Brings it back towards the middle. Left foot. In. And boy, he was onside. Was Grady Kozak right in the middle of the 18. They just couldn't find the connection. But Monroe able to hop on it. Rolled it out for Winkleman as Siena. Back the other way. Kone. Leaves for Gardner out to Hellert. Out of Freyson. Freyson back to Hellert. Now to Kone, back to Pacheco with the deke. Back for Winkleman, got the step, and he's got some space. He'll try to send it up over the top. As Kone gives it a run, will it go off out of bounds off the end line? It will. So here comes a corner kick for Siena. As we have a substitution coming for the Saints just before this corner kick. So it'll be number 19, Frederick Storogard coming out and re-entering Jackman Dreisa, the sophomore from Niskayuna. As he had some good looks in the first half, so looking for a little bit more size up front. As is Jensen on the corner kick. The righty will swing this one in near post, headed out by the Pioneers. Freyson will run it down. Was looking back for Jensen, but towed away by Costa. So Siena throw in. Hellert down for Gardner. Back to Hellert. Knocked away by Costa. And that'll go off the shin guard of Hellert, so they'll award this one to Sacred Heart. Taylor tosses it in. One hop. Over the head of Pacheco. He's got to recover. And he does. But we have a foul called on Sacred Heart, as Navarro called for the foul on Pacheco. So this will be restarted by the fifth year. And now sent out wide. The gumbo back to Shone Vogt again. Now to Gardner. Looked to go far side for Hellert. Couldn't connect. As Taylor knocks it in the air. Pacheco goes up with the header. Some bounces a few times and cleared away. Up into the air and into the stands. So this will be a Siena throw. So Cole Hellert, a sophomore from Falls Church, Virginia. The Nova native. This one comes in deep. And a great attempt there. That was Mendraisa on the end line. Couldn't keep it in. So low kick for Sacred Heart. They'll go with the quick restart. As we're now under 20 minutes remaining, approaching the 19-minute mark to go. Here, second half. Ball down as it's Gardner to Mendraisa. Takes a touch. Knocked away, but we got a foul called on the Pioneers. And we'll have a free kick. About 35 yards out. Towards the right side, far side. So it'll be Jensen on the free kick once again. We'll see where this one will go. I wonder if he'll go far post or near post here. The last corner kick came near post, so we'll see. It's kicked in. This one near post, knocked away. What a save by Justin Siegel. And forget about a pass. Jensen was going for the top right corner, and boy, it was destined to get there. So Siegel knocks it away, so this will result in a corner kick now for the Saints.
Corner kick taken by number 10, Jensen.
The fifth of the day. Fifth of the day coming for Siena. Obviously, Pacheco scoring off for the first one of the day. This one swings in. Far side, it's down on the ground. Shot blocked. Lagumba runs it down. Finally, it's Kone, who was able to play it off a Pioneer over in the corner. And once again, another corner kick for the Saints. So this time it'll be number 14, Freyson. On the corner kick, I think he'll go with the left foot and swing this one in. And he will. So the ball is up. And nobody home for the Saints on the near post. It looked like it might have gone off a Pioneer, and it does. Here comes another corner. The Saints threatening as they get opportunity number 3 on this pseudo possession. Now Jensen, the righty, will go back and take this one. Kone in the box deep. Mendraisa also there around the 6. So keep an eye out for them as it's up. Down and cleared away by Sacred Heart. Coming to get this one, Navarro. Played by Hellert. Navarro on the run, holding Hellert's jersey, and I think this one will be on Siena. So a free kick for Sacred Heart. Started back. Now it's Pierce. And now the Pioneers going with only 2 backs deep. Got to get some more offense going forward. As Joe Barroso made the change. Now 2 guys up top with a plethora of midfielders. As Navarro touches for Costa. Now to Grady Kozak. Kozak towards the right side. Hellert will head it down, but Taylor runs it down for Sacred Heart. Nick Kirby. Near side. Muirargan to Taylor. Back to Costa. He looks to switch the field. Touches it to the middle to Kozak. Kozak will keep it here near side. But finally the Pioneers will get it across. Bakaj over to the far sideline. Headed down. Good stop by Drew David on the header. Sacred Heart will keep possession. Costa looked to try to chip it over the top. Couldn't do so. Knocked away by Siena. So we'll have a stoppage in play. As we're now under the 15-minute mark. That'll give us our final hydration break of the day. So 14:54 on the clock. 2-1 Siena lead. As Sacred Heart putting on the pressure here late. So stay with us here on Siena All Access. We'll be back in just a short while. And we're back on Siena All Access. Brett Bosley here on the call for you from Hickey Field on the campus of Siena College. The Siena Saints and Sacred Heart Pioneers in some non-conference action to lead off your 2021 fall as the Saints look for their first home opening win. In a while. This one launched up and out by Segundo Navarro from Sacred Heart. As we approach 14 minutes remaining here, second half. The sun's starting to set here on Hickey Field. Still some light, though. As it's Monroe to send it away. He does big boot from the senior. One step, knocked back towards the Sacred Heart offensive zone. And is down, Oliver Person. Is this one through ball. Defended well by Siena. Vogta again over there, able to knock it away. This will lead to a corner kick for Sacred Heart, their second of the day. So Lucas Miguel Castrillo back in the game for the Pioneers. Brady Kozak ran out. Has to maybe look on the short run, but he'll retreat back into the box. The Pioneers will play it in. Swings in, far side. And that was a header from a person. But defended well by the Saints as it deflected out of bounds, but this leads to another corner kick. Rakenes. His kick, short. And out of play off of Miguel Castrillo. So we'll go kick for Siena. Monroe with a quick touch. Winkleman plays it up for Gardner. All the way back to Pacheco. So he'll let it fly towards the midfield. Mendrisa taken down by Pierce. Right at the center line. So a free kick for Siena. Gamba will play it back. As again, the Saints look to run some time. Zach Gardner looked to go at the line, couldn't do so. Here comes the Pioneers. Nicholas Kirby, guarded by Hellert. And Kirby grabbed the jersey. So it'll be a free kick for the Saints. Pacheco, quick play to Gardner. So he stops and goes. It's the play through from Mendrisa. Nothing doing. As the Pioneers get it forward. Person. Out here to the line to Navarro. Navarro looks to turn and go. And he gets taken down by Hellert. It's a hard takedown as Navarro stays on the ground. So the quick touch will go to Navarro. He'll send it in far side. Still headed up. It's in the box, but nobody home for Sacred Heart. But it's Navarro now against Hellert. Near side. Tried to cross it in. Kept it in bounds. Nothing doing, though. Cleared away by the Saints. Castrillo sends it back to his goalie all the way to Siegel. Outside the 18, he'll play it with his feet. Now far side to Will Pierce. Pierce to the touchline to Drew David. Back to Pierce. The Pioneers look to play a little tic-tac-toe to get it upfield. As Junior Kone slides in, knocks it away. So throw it in. Jostling for possession is David, who came out with it for Sacred Heart. It's Rakenes. Sacred Heart still keeping possession. Guarded by Gardner. Gardner got a foot in, but he knocked him over. So the foul called. Free kick for the Pioneers coming up. Castrillo will take it. Not quite midfield, just slightly off to the right. Greg Monroe directing traffic in the back. As Castrillo will let it go. Chip shot towards the 6. Up in the air. Kone went up for it. He came down. That's a foul on the Pioneers. In the middle of the 18. 8:40 remaining. Monroe will line it up and send it away. Looks up for Jensen. Skids off the top of his head out of bounds. So this will be back to Sacred Heart. Because now the Pioneers with a sense of urgency. They trail 2-1 as the Siena Saints scored 2 first-half goals. Sacred Heart scored 1 towards the end of the first half. Neither team has tallied here in the second. Castrillo. Free kick off, stolen by Gardner. He'll chip it forward towards Mindrisa. But they won't pursue. It'll be a far throw in for Sacred Heart. Now the Pioneers got to push the length of the field. Murugargan threw it in. As now the Pioneers possess. And a good step there by Frierson. He gets it back. A great slide tackle by Murugargan. Stalled the Siena push for the moment, but Pacheco will play back for Monroe. As we hit 7 minutes to play, Monroe lets it fly. Frierson towards the middle of the field, nobody home. Who will get it? It's going to be Sacred Heart with the step, Murugargan. Plays it back for Monroe. Monroe now plays far side. Tallied up. That's a great header by Mindrisa. Jensen will run it down as he backheels it off of Murugargan. Earns the throw in for Siena. As now we'll have a substitution. This will be Frederick Starodagard. He'll come into play up top. Replaces Olafur Freyson.
Entering for number 14, Olafur Freyson.
So Freyson out. Starodagard in. Starodagard, the second goal scorer today for the Saints, has been Drysdale. A little too much on that cross. So we have some more substitutions now, one apiece. As Rob Taylor re-enters for Sacred Heart.
Rob Taylor, the fourth.
As now Jensen comes out for Siena, and coming in, that is number 13, Eric Race. So Sacred Heart now has to push it up the field. Castrillo up the side. Sacred Heart will now play it back to the middle, and they look to go wide. They do. Taylor lets it bounce, and it goes out of bounds. Caught the ground and then kind of picked up steam as we're now under 5 minutes to play. Heller with the throw in. Kone there along with Taylor. Sacred Heart comes out with it. A great step. Vucht again on the far side. Able to knock it away for the moment. As Sacred Heart has to reset. Pierce in the back. Goes for Castrillo. He chips it ahead. Vucht again there on the header. So it comes loose. Kone there. He collides with Grady Kozak. Sacred Heart still in possession. Kozak there with Heller. Both of them collide. And now they got some words for each other. Broken up quickly by the sideline referee. It's a throw in for Siena. Bounce all the way back for the Pioneers. Now 3:45 to play. Castrillo. Forward to the right. Going forward for Taylor. Has another touchline. One-on-one. Not out of harm's way yet, though. Racanes. As the Pioneers switch the field. Check back in. Chested down and played back. Muirargan. Now for Castrillo. He's going to send one in the box. Headed down. Finally, Navarro with the shot. Wide and high. So now the clock stops on the substitutions. Sacred Heart comes with Nathan Hughes to replace Drew David. And Antonio Linga will come in and play up top in replace of Jack Mandrysa, giving Siena some fresh legs up top. Monroe lets it fly. Headed down by Pierce. Gardner got a head on it. Down on the ground for Linga. He's got some space in front of him. Slow it down. Plays in for Kone. He's got some room in the 18. Back for Linga. He'll down the shot off the post. Eric Race with the left foot. It deflected and then went off the left post, but Siena still in. The shot from Gardner. Right to Justin Siegel. So the Siena Saints chance to put a dagger in this one. Stopped by the white metal. This one pumped back into the Siena offensive zone. Played at the feet by Siegel, under 2 minutes to play. Siegel arms this one out for Castrillo. Goes to play long. Connects with Navarro, but Hellert able to knock it away. This one finally brought down by Muirargan. Played for Navarro. Navarro with the right foot. This one, not much on it. Deflected, and Monroe able to play it with the feet. He'll wait for some pressure and snag it. Monroe will clear the box. Tosses it down and lets it go as we approach 60 seconds remaining in this one.
1 minute.
Linga and Pierce both go up. Pierce won the battle. Here comes Sacred Heart. Navarro on the left side. Tosses to the right. The shot just wide of the net. Segundo Navarro looking for that top upper right 90. And it was just wide. But if it was on target, it looked like it might have beaten the reach of Greg Monroe. .32 seconds remain. Monroe lets it go. Sterodegard gets a foot on it, knocks it deep. The Pioneers got to push it up the field. Sterodegard there to step in again. Here's Race for Siena. It's on the ground. Linga there. Ball still on the ground.
9.
As Sacred Heart comes out with it. Stepped in by Lagumba.
5.
He'll toss it up with the left.
3.
And that will do it.
0.
As the Siena Saints
Ladies and gentlemen,
win their opening game
your Siena Saints 2.
for the first time since 2014. A 2-1 victory over the Sacred Heart Pioneers as Jacob Pacheco and Frederick Sterodegard's first half goals give Siena enough for the victory. So for Brett Bosley, this has been a Siena All Access broadcast. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here at Hickey Field.
On Tuesday, September 7th.